Welcome to my world, where you will experience an atmosphere of love, relevant subjects, and motivation. So let's talk about things that matter. What matters to you matters to me. Greetings! Welcome to the Brother Henry and You Show. I am your host, Henry Harris. I want to come and talk about something that I believe is very powerful and profound, and that is authenticity. That's right. What does it mean to be real? What does that even look like? That's what we're going to talk about for the next several weeks, and I am so delighted that you've taken this opportunity to watch. And I believe that we all can learn something. We all can benefit from this, because to be honest with you, I am attracted to authenticity. Are you? One thing that I cannot stand is a person that's not authentic. And we're living in a time now where you can almost see through people. But I really believe that this message is going to help a lot of you. But today I want to talk about, what does it mean to be real? What does it mean to be true to yourself and to live out of a place of authenticity? Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know what that means. They don't know what it means to be real. They don't even know what authenticity is. So I am honored to be able to share a powerful and well-needed series on authenticity with you. I believe that the most beautiful thing that you can offer humanity and to yourself is the ability to be authentic. After all, that's exactly what the world needs. Now, let's face it. So many people today are not authentic, and more or less, they probably don't even know what it even means to be authentic. You've heard me say quite a few times that a person that is real and that's authentic, they don't have to try to be, they just are. It's almost as a face value deal. It's as is. You get what you see. So there are a lot of people out there today, for various reasons unknown to me, even though I know a few reasons, that it's not an issue of them not knowing what authenticity is. It's just that if they don't know what it is, sometimes they don't know how to live out of a place of being true to themselves and to others. So the word authenticity means this: the quality of being authentic, conforming to an original so as to reproduce essential features, made or done the same way as the original. And I believe that there are two kinds of people in the world. This is just what I believe. I believe you have people that are real, and you have people that are trying to be real. You either fall in those two categories. You're either real or you're trying to be. But I want to challenge you today that you are uniquely designed just the way you are. You don't have to try to be like anything. Just be. Just be yourself. And when you learn how to live out of that place of authenticity, I tell you, it is such a beautiful thing to just be yourself, whether people validate that or not, whether they affirm that or not. You are true to yourself, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I don't want to be in that category of trying to be real. I'm not trying to be real, I am. And I will hope that you're doing the same. So I love connecting with people who are real. Do you? I do. Because those are trying to be, I find it hard to relate and connect with them. If you're trying to be real, I find it hard to relate to you. I find it hard to connect with you because you're trying to be something or portray an image of yourself that's not authentically you. I've discovered that people who are genuinely themselves don't have to try to be anything. They just are. It is a what you see, what you get approach, as I said earlier. Oh, how we need more and more people today to live out of a place of authenticity. That's why I'm doing this series. That's why I'm coming to you the next few weeks to talk about this. Because I want to motivate you and encourage you that it's deep down on the inside of you. The real part of you, the raw part of you. It's inside of you. And all you have to do is just bring that out. You don't have to be phony. You don't have to portray an image that's not you. You don't have to try to be somebody else or try to be the next great someone else. You're great yourself. You're great yourself. And like I said, authenticity is a beautiful thing. Here's a quote that I really like. And I actually quoted this myself. As I was writing this out, I thought of this, and I believe you're really going to like it. It says, I don't have to play a role. I am the role. Woo! Somebody put a hashtag on that. I don't have to play the role. I am the role. Many people today that are not authentic are trying to play roles that are not authentically them. I don't have to play a part. I am the part. How many understand what I'm saying? I don't have to play a role. I am that role. And you can only say that and have the right to say that when you're living out of a place of authenticity. So oftentimes people who are not authentic, and many of you probably heard this a time or two, they typically wear masks and play a certain roles that is not authentically themselves. They are not false, but true to one's own personality, spirit, and character. There's nothing false about people that are real. They're true to who they are, they're true to their personality, they're true to their character, they're true to their spirit. The only way to be real is to be yourself. That's the only way. Be yourself. There is not a formula you have to follow. There's not a set of rules and guidelines of what it means to be real. All you have to do is just be real to yourself. That's all you got to do. Be real to yourself. That's the part of you that the world needs. The world needs that. And also being authentic will require two things from you. Vulnerability and transparency. Can you say that? If you have neither of these, it will interfere with your ability to be real. So authenticity is very important. We seek it in relationships. We seek it from co-workers. We seek it from friendships. And oftentimes we shun those who do come across as an imitation or phony or false. I'll be the first to tell you that I am completely turned off by people who come across as an imitation. And as I said earlier, you can almost tell that they're not the real deal. It's not that you're being critical. It's not that you're judging them. It's just that for some of us, we know what it's like to be phony. We know what it's like to be an imitation or to try to be something that you're not. We know what that's like. So since we've been at that place in our life where we lived a phony life and wearing the mask, as I said earlier, it's easy for us to detect that when we see it. We can see it like head on. If a person is not real with themselves, they will not be real with you. And you cannot push that out of them. You can't force that out of them. If they're not authentic with themselves and to who they are as a person, you cannot expect that individual to be real with you. And that's just the truth. And this revolves around every part of our life. This can connect to every aspect of our life. You can't expect someone to be something that they're not. We are living in a time when you can literally see through people. And I don't mean that in a judgmental way. It's just that many of us have encountered fakeness for so long that we know what it looks like when we see it or when it comes to the surface. I believe that one way to recognize authenticity, one way to recognize it, is to look at the person's character. Not necessarily what they say. Sometimes a person's character speaks louder than what they say. Because sometimes we focus on what that person says. You cannot determine if a person is being authentic based on what they say as much as what they do. So sometimes it's a situation where you have to literally watch their actions. This is what it means to be real. This is what it means to be true to oneself. But what does that even look like? What does it look like to be? What does it look like to be yourself? What does it look like to be real? How can I identify authenticity? Well, there are 8 qualities that I want to share with you today that I believe that are being very beneficial and helpful to you. Number 1, 8 qualities are, they are true to themselves. People that are authentic, they are true to themselves. Number 2, they are transparent. Number 3, they are not insecure. People that are authentic, they don't have insecurity. They're secure. They're confident. Not only confident, they are fully confident in who they are. Number 4, they aren't defined by anyone's validation. In other words, a person that's real, a person that's authentic, they're not defined by what people think about them. They're not defined about, oh, I need someone to validate me. I need someone to affirm me. I need someone's approval. You know why they're not validated by that? Because they are that. They validate themselves. They approve themselves. They affirm who they are and love who they are. So therefore, they don't look outside of themselves for validation because they give themselves that. You can only validate yourself when you're authentic with yourself. Number 5, they are thoughtful. Number 6, they express themselves freely. And that's what I really love about an authentic person. And that's one way, or quality, as I'm talking about, that you can tell if a person is authentic. How do they express themselves? And you can tell some people, they express themselves freely. They're not trying to hurt your feelings. They're not trying to hit a nerve, but they're just going to express themselves how they are. They're not trying to put on a front. They're not trying to be something that they're not. You're going to get what you see. What you see is what you get. So, number 7, they speak their mind, but in a positive way. And number 8, they think clearly. They think clearly. And those are just a few qualities of a person who is authentic. So it is possible to be real in such a fake and phony world. Did you know that? It's possible. You may say, well, I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's true. It is true. Because no matter how much fakeness is going on in the world today, we can make a difference. We can make the world a better place by being real and by being authentic. You can make a difference. It's like peeling back an onion. That's exactly what it's like. It's like peeling back an onion. And you take that onion and you keep peeling it back. But what are you peeling back? You're peeling back the phoniness that interferes with your ability to be your true self and to be authentic. And sometimes we don't know how to be real. We don't know how to be authentic because we have those layers of phoniness and fakeness and the mask that we need to daily pull back. And once you pull it all back, right there in the middle is your true self. That's the part that I want to bring out of you as we do this series. Maybe you're watching today. You need to peel back all that phoniness. You need to peel back trying to be like somebody else. You need to peel back being fake. You need to peel back wearing a mask or portraying something that you're not to find your true self. Because let me tell you something, if it's not authentically you and who you are, you will be miserable. And I know exactly what it's like, and I know what it feels like to live in this place. I've been there. I wore the mask. I was an expert in it, may I say. I was an expert. I know what it's like to be phony. I know what it's like to put on a smile and all along you're tormented on the inside, trying to be something that you're not. I've never felt so much liberated today because I know who I am. I know what it means to be real. I'm not just talking about this, I've lived it. And I want you to be real today also. You know, so many today, they have what I call copycat syndrome. And that's what I want to talk to you about next week. It's not over with, it gets even better. Do you have copycat syndrome? You may be saying, what in the world is that? Well, tune in next week and we will talk about that. Thank you for watching.
Hi, if you like what you've seen today, be sure to connect with Brother Henry at www.facebook.com/The Brother Henry and You Show. And also be sure to check out and subscribe to his YouTube channel, which is www.youtube.com/Henry Harris 100. We hope that this has been a blessing to you, and we hope to hear from you soon. Keep watching, because what matters to you matters to Brother Henry.